Gina Carr is an entrepreneur, speaker, and marketing consultant who works with CEOs and thought leaders to leverage social media marketing for publicity, profits, and success. Gina holds an MBA from Harvard and combines street smarts with book smarts to help businesses grow.
And Gina's topic is Klout for Business, how to engage customers, build your digital influence, and raise your Klout score for success.
Have you ever wondered if what you're doing on social media is a big waste of time? Well, a lot of friends do ask me, they say, Gina, I feel like I spend all my time on social media and I just don't know if it's working, I don't know if anybody's listening to me, I don't know how effective I'm being. So a few years ago, I found a tool that really helped me evaluate my social media efforts as well as that for my clients. It's called Klout, K-L-O-U-T. And I just co-authored a book with Terry Brock called Klout Matters, and that's because I really do believe that Klout matters. It can be a fabulous tool for you to use to measure your social media efforts. So let me tell you a little bit more about Klout. Klout gauges it's a gauge, and it measures your social media, your ability to move information across the social networks on a scale of 1 to 100. 100 being the tops, nobody's there right now. President Obama is probably about a 94. Justin Bieber's probably a 92. The average is a 40. And if you're above 65, you're in the top 5%. So Klout it's a measure. And it measures you against other people, and it's public. So unlike your credit score, which is private, your Klout score is public, and you have one whether you know it or not, if you have a Twitter account, that is. Everyone who has a Twitter account automatically has a Klout score, and sometimes people are just horrified to know that people may be looking at their Klout score, evaluating their influence, and they didn't even know that they had one. So if you want to do what's called connect your networks so that you get a better score instead of just your Twitter score. So let me tell you where this came about and you know why companies are interested in this, and one of the reasons I got interested in this years ago, well, and still today, big companies they engage in what's called influence marketing, and that's where they'll hire someone like Tiger Woods or Ellen DeGeneres or Lance Armstrong to market their products, to show off their fancy watches and to drive the fancy cars and those sorts of things. Well, especially with a couple of the guys that I just mentioned earlier, you know where that influence marketing has gotten them. A lot of egg on their face and a lot of embarrassment. So what companies want to do now is reach citizen influencers, people like me, people like you, who we may not be world famous or have our own TV shows or be international golf stars, but we might have quite a few people who listen to us on the internet and who take advice from us about what we're saying. And of course, word of mouth has always been the most effective form of marketing. So now, thanks to the internet, thanks to tools like Klout, businesses can reach those influencers. For example, when Chevy Volt, the Chevrolet company, wanted to get more earned media, that's called earned media, for their car, the Chevy Volt, they went to Klout and they said, hey, can you tell us who is really influential about cars and influential about the environment? We'd like to give those people a car to drive for the weekend, and if they like it, they can say something good about it. If they don't, they can say something bad about it. We'll learn from that. But as happens with a lot of the Klout perks, the people really, they're excited to get it. They're excited to share what they can about the company. So it earned the Chevrolet company a lot of earned media and a lot of social buzz about the Chevy Volt. Now, many other big companies have taken advantage of this: Disney, Sony, Motorola, American Airlines, Hershey's company, just many big companies, name brands that are using this. Now, so they're looking for you, the citizen influencer. Now, let's get back to how you use this as a gauge and how you can raise your own score. So when you're using it as a gauge, you know, I like to say you could be, if you are trying to lose weight, you could be dieting, you could be exercising, you could be eating all the right foods, but if you don't have a scale You don't really know how you're doing. So I want you to think about Klout as a scale. And as much as other people are looking at you, I want you to use it to look at yourself. And Klout has some tools on the Klout platform that really help you with that. And right there on your profile, when you first log in, you're going to see how your score is doing, how it's done in the last 90 days. That's what they measure, and that's what determines your score. It's going to tell you which of your networks is the most where you have the most influence. It measures Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, Instagram, several other networks, and of those, right now, the ones that count the most by far are Facebook and Twitter, and that's because they have a lot of users and a lot of very active users. So make sure that you're posting consistently on Facebook and Twitter. That will certainly help your score, and it will help you to see which one of those, like it'll say, okay, your score is made up 30% of Facebook and 60% of Twitter and 10% of these other things. And so it helps you to understand that. Now, even more so, they have a thing called Klout Moments. And so for the last 90 days, they will actually show you which one of your Facebook posts, which one of your tweets got the most interaction. And interaction to them is what's going on in the public. So how many likes did it get for Facebook? How many comments on Twitter? How many retweets or @ replies? How many times was your name mentioned in an @ reply? Your Twitter handle was mentioned. So that's where it really helps you to say, oh, I forgot about that post. That was a good post. I could do something like that again, and that will be good for my Klout score. Another thing that Klout measures is called topics. So for me, I want to be known in the world as being an expert on Klout, surprise, Wikipedia, influence marketing. Wikipedia makes up a big part of your Klout score also. Influence marketing, social media strategy, things like that. And so Klout's going to tell me just naturally, am I posting about those things enough for people to think that I am an expert? And when you go to Klout, people can give you what's called a +K, which is sort of like a thumbs up that, yeah, I think Gina does know a thing or two about Klout. So come on over and give me a +K on any of my topics. That would be great. But you want to monitor your topics because although Klout will automatically assign you topics that they think you're an expert on and that you're talking about, you can modify that yourself. And you want to do what I call clean the Klout closet periodically and make sure that Klout is posted and that you have of your top topics the ones that you want to be known for. For example, one time I was tweeting about a marketing campaign that Harley Davidson did. Well, the next thing I know, I'm known as an expert, topic expert on motorcycles. Well, no, I haven't had a motorcycle since I was 16 years old, but I was talking about the marketing part of it. So I just took that off and put marketing back on, and that's the way that works. But a lot of people did engage with me on that comment about Harley Davidson, and so it was logical that the computer, the Klout, thought that I was influential on Harley Davidson. So let me give you my quick ABCs of how to reach your Klout score. A, always be engaging. This is not just broadcast social media. This is engage, talk with people, retweet, share other people's posts, and answer people. B, be consistent. It's better for you to be posting once a day just for a brief period and sharing and interacting with people than it is to do once a day, once on Monday, and then you get back to it on Friday, and then next month you might get in there. It's better to be out there and active a little bit every day. And then C is connect. So I want you to connect all your networks, even if you're not very active on them, connect all those networks to your Klout account. That will help your Klout score a lot. And then connect with a lot of people. Connect with wonderful people like Maria and Ray, and connect with our friend Joel Kahn that introduced us, and Terry Brock, my co-author of the book Klout Matters. And just connect with people, talk with them, and your Klout score will be sure to go up. So I hope that that's helpful to you to learn more about Klout.
So we'd love to hear about your upcoming projects and, of course, where people can get the book and any websites you all would like to direct people.
So I would love to connect with you. My website is ginacar.com, and all my social media links are there. My main bat channel is Facebook, so I'd love to see you there. But I do spend a lot of time on Twitter too. So Facebook and Twitter are my tools of choice. And we'd love for you to get our book. I hope you can see that, Klout Matters. We have a website, kloutmatters.com, and from there you can join our Facebook group where we have great discussions about Klout. You can ask questions, post your own advice, and we're constantly having courses and webcasts and things like that about Klout. So just join our mailing list when you go to one of those websites, and you'll be sure to get more information.
So from our hearts to you, Gina, thank you so much. I know that we were experiencing some of the technical challenges and getting things moving, and a lot of this was last minute. We so appreciate your professionalism, the incredible content, your heartfelt sincerity of wanting to provide such great service to everyone, and there were times we had to do some cuts or do additional testing and whatnot. So we want to thank you so much, and we're looking to increase our own Klout and hopefully increase ways to connect with you and to further build our relationship. And of course, we're going to learn more and more from Terry on that. So thank you so much for doing all that you do, and we appreciate you so much.